just like that, Dustin Poirier's in the mix. It's not something I would have considered until this weekend. Even leading up to this fight, I really didn't think that a contender would be emerging from the main event. Of course, whoever came out the winner would be knocking on the door, as we are talking about the upper echelon of the lightweight division. But I felt like things are just too complicated at the top for another name to be thrown into the mix. But after this weekend's firefight between Poirier and Gaethje, I've had a change of heart. If it were up to me, the next title fight would be Khabib versus Conor McGregor. It's what everybody wants. But it gets to a point to where no matter how big of a superstar we're dealing with, you've got to draw the line. And as much as I long for McGregor to make that highly anticipated triumphant return, as time ticks by and incidences pass us by, his importance and relevance in the division diminishes. I'm not ready to claim that his star appeal lessens no matter what McGregor does next. Whenever it does happen, it's going to be the biggest fight of the year. But I think I'm sensing the hierarchy of contenders and champions being valued a bit more by the promotion more and more as time goes by. And to that point, Dustin Poirier's performance this past weekend, coupled with the fact that he only has one loss in his last 9 fights against top flight competition, has thrusted him into that title picture. Before this weekend, I was of the mind that it should be Tony Ferguson getting that title shot next. But aside from the fact he's currently recovering from surgery, after how many times that fight has fallen out, are we really going to try making it again? Not right away, at least, and that leaves us with McGregor, whose antics recently only added more interest and intrigue to the potential matchup with Khabib. I felt like the UFC has to absolutely make certain that the next fight on the docket was Khabib versus Conor McGregor, but that was until I had a moment of clarity today that was induced by none other than NBA player and MMA superfan Jonas Jarbecko of the Utah Jazz. He was on the MMA Hour today with Ariel Helwani, and at one point during the interview, he brought up the fact that he thinks it's Poirier who deserves to get the title shot next because he came off of one hell of a performance against Gaethje, and that after what McGregor did, he doesn't deserve the chance to fight for the title. Hearing that put so casually really got through to me, and I now found myself totally agreeing with that point. Poirier deserves more attention after what he's accomplished over the past couple of years, and taking everything into consideration, it should be the Diamond stepping in to face Khabib next. The Conor McGregor hoopla is so distracting. I think it clouds the judgment of a lot of fans. It's certainly a huge distraction for me, but we can't hold up this division any longer, and we can't hold it up on any one individual, even if he or she is without a question the biggest superstar of the sport. Let's start giving some limelight to other deserving fighters. Let's place our attention elsewhere. Poirier has paid his dues, and it's the Diamond's time to shine.